Good day, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day it is that you are joining me live today for another Maximize Your Brand Monday. So excited to be with you today. I'm Markeith Brayton, personal brand strategist, professional speaker, and the host of the Maximize Your Brand podcast. And today we're going to be talking about 5 ways you can monetize your expertise with your personal brand. 5 ways you can monetize your expertise with your personal brand. You know that I am all about helping subject matter experts to maximize and monetize their personal brand by teaching them how to build a business around their expertise. And that's why we chose today's topic on 5 ways that you can monetize your expertise with your personal brand. So as you come into the space, type your name in the comments. Let me know where you are tuning in from because I always like to share a shout out to those of you who are joining me live. Those of you who will be watching the replay, all you have to do is type hashtag replay so that I know that you access today's video. But I'm not going to be before you long, so let's go ahead and hop in to today's conversation around, how do you monetize your expertise? I'll never forget some years ago, I learned from one of my former colleagues and coaches, Allison Bird. She said, "You will always be paid more for what you know than for what you do." Type that in the comments for me. You will always be paid more for what you know than for what you do. And I'll never forget her sharing that message because, it is so true that organizations and people will exchange their hard earned money to learn something new that is knowledge based. And your knowledge is something that can never be taken away from you. Your knowledge is something that really provides other people the convenience of not having to go through the trouble or go through the challenges of having to learn something from the very beginning. And it is more convenient to hire somebody who already knows so that they can avoid certain mistakes. So I thought it would be good to share with you, what can you do as a business to be able to leverage your expertise and your knowledge? And I know some of you are probably asking the question, well, how do I know if I'm an expert? Or what does it mean to have expertise? And I looked it up on Google, and here's a definition that came up from Google on what expertise is. Expertise is consensually defined as elite, peak, or exceedingly high levels of performance on a particular task or within a given domain. One who achieves this status is called an expert or some related term, such as virtuoso, master, maven, prodigy, or genius. So, an expert is someone who has a particular niche knowledge in a particular segment where they have mastered that particular area. For example, you might be a plumber and you've mastered what it means to be a plumber. You've mastered the knowledge base around plumbing. Somebody like me, I wouldn't know anything about plumbing. Or maybe you are a public speaker like me, and I've learned how to master how to connect with the audience. I learned how to master telling stories to be able to draw people in. Or maybe you have expertise because of your education as a lawyer, as a physician, as a psychologist, as a psychiatrist. How do you then turn that expertise into opportunity for yourself? And so today we're going to just give you 5 ways that you could turn your expertise. One more example could be you are an expert in quilting, that you've mastered the art of quilting, and you have the ability to be able to teach people who are novices how to quilt and save time. So your mastery level can be in a myriad of things. And so don't think that you're not an expert in something. There's something that there's a knowledge base that you have that others don't have that would be willing to pay to learn from you. Somebody type that in the comments. There's a knowledge base that you have that others would be willing to pay to learn from you. There's a knowledge base that you have that others would be willing to pay to learn from you. So exciting, so exciting. So let's go through these five areas that you could monetize your expertise with your personal brand. The first area that you can monetize your expertise is through content, whether that content be through blogging, podcasting, live streaming, the creation of content that markets yourself as an expert to be able to monetize it in a certain way. For example, people could pay you as a talent to come and speak. That's monetizing your expertise. People could pay you to write blog posts for them as a ghostwriter or write their books as a ghostwriter. People could pay you to do YouTube videos that not only promote you as an expert, but shares their products and services through the form of commercials. So monetized content is can be written, can be visual, can be audio, blog posts, videos, podcasts, which are audio, radio, which is audio, paid speaker, similar to the work that I do. Being paid to speak is monetized content. The second way that you can monetize your expertise is through digital products. What is a digital product? You could create some type of ebook. You could create some type of cheat sheet around podcasting, or cheat sheet around how to quilt, a cheat sheet around how to fish, a cheat sheet around anything that you might have a particular expertise in. There's no subject matter or no niche that you can't monetize your expertise around. I've seen people create brands around their ability to write books. I've seen people create brands around their ability and their knowledge base of cybersecurity. So it just depends on what your expertise is. And so digital products could be online courses, which is very popular today. Digital products, once again, could be some type of ebook that you have written and made it into digital form. Digital products could be a video series teaching on a particular subject matter. I recently did a email to my audience asking, what is something that you would want to learn from me? And I gave them different examples. And many people came back and said that they wanted to learn how to be paid to speak. And so I could create a digital product, a step-by-step guide, or create an online course or a group coaching program that would teach people the step-by-step process I went through in learning how to become a paid speaker. Those of you who are just joining, we're talking about 5 ways that you can monetize your expertise with your personal brand. Maybe you have an expertise in starting nonprofits and landing 6-figure grants. You could create a digital product, a digital course, teaching people how to start nonprofits and write successful 6-figure grants. So the first way is monetize content, whether that be through a podcast, video, or written form like a blog or public speaking. Number 2, digital products, whether that be an online course, creating an ebook, creating a private podcast, a podcast that's only for a certain group of people, which is the third. The third way you can monetize your expertise with your personal brand is you could create a membership site where people pay monthly to be a part of your mastermind membership. People are logging in on a weekly basis to be a part of your mastermind, where they are the only individuals who receive a link or information in order to get certain high level information from you that other people would not necessarily get. You see that today, even with Instagram. Instagram has started subscription services on the platform. So you can have a membership even on social media. On Facebook, you can create private Facebook groups where people pay to be a part of your private Facebook group, because the information you share in your private group is not the same information that you share just publicly in helping people learn what it is that you do as you're marketing yourself. So you could do memberships. And there's such thing as membership sites, where I'm creating an online membership site right now where I'm creating certain content that is specific to a certain group of people who want to learn how to build an expert-based business with their personal brand. So there are many ways that you can monetize your expertise. So with membership sites, it could involve sending newsletters, that you have a group of people that get a specific type of a newsletter that might just have job opportunities, that may have opportunities for speaking engagements, right? You can just have a membership where people pay because you have a team of people, or you provide them with access to speaking engagements that they could present or market themselves to. So number 3 is memberships. Type these in the comments as I go through them. Thank you for joining. Number 4. Number 4. You could create a community, online community that's physical or that's virtual. So you can have a community where you have workshops that only people who are part of your community can attend. And maybe they can bring a guest who may be interested in joining your community. And in this community, you would have featured guests. In this community, you would have certain mastermind groups, cell groups within the community. In this community, you would have retreats. In this community, you might take international trips that these individuals are a part of. In this community, they would have access to you that other people don't necessarily have access to you like they would. I know of individuals who have Voxer access, and Voxer is the audio, like telecom type service, where if you're in this particular community, you can Voxer the coach, the mentor, so on and so forth, of course, for a particular price point within the community. So you can have a professional learning community. where you are sharing your expertise around that particular niche. And then number five, last but not least, you could create an online course. Online courses are very popular today. You know, people are opting to learn from experts around particular aspects of business, particular aspects of digital marketing, particular aspects of how to create a course. There's a young lady by the name of Danielle Leslie. She created a course called Course from Scratch. And from that one course, which teaches other people how to launch, how to start their own course and make it profitable, from that one online course, she's generated over $30 million. She honed in on the fact that people wanted to learn how to create their own course. People want to learn how to market their online course. And because she mastered it, she had the ability to be able to teach people how to launch their course, how to market their course, how to price their course, how to think about what people want within the course, how to get information for people to be able to know what to put in the course. So, online courses and selling those is monetizing your expertise. So, let's go back through those five real quick. Number one, you can monetize by creating content, just being a content creator. One of the things that I did mention is you can monetize by creating reels and TikToks. Many of you who've been following me know that I get checks from Facebook every other month for my Instagram reels and I haven't got any money from TikToks, but I have getting them from Instagram reels like every other month. So that's another way you can monetize your expertise just by sharing reels. Number two, digital products. Number three, you can have a membership site. You can have a Facebook group. You can have an Instagram subscription. You can have your own community, whether that be physical or virtual. And then you can also create an online course. So those are the five ways that you can monetize your expertise by teaching people what it is that you know. So type in the comments, let me know, what do you feel like your expertise is? What do you feel like your expertise is? I would love to know. And I said this week that I was going to offer an opportunity for people to call in. So I'm going to open up my Zoom and get a few people to call in today. I'm gonna open up my Zoom. Hopefully this will work. Actually, I don't know if I have this actually set up correctly for it to work today, but we will see. So I'm gonna open up my Zoom and I'm gonna put my number. Actually, I'm gonna say my number. You can type it in the comments, and I'm gonna open up the Zoom. Actually, I don't think I have everything set up correctly. But what I'm going to do, what I can do is I'm going to put a link. I'm going to put a link in the comments on the pages. And if you want to come in and ask a question today, all you have to do is click the link and I will let you in. Here's the link to join me live. Link to join me live to come in and ask your question. I'll wait a few minutes to see if anybody wants to join me live. I'm going to type it in the comments on the various, we are simulcasting today, so I'm going to type in the comments on the various platforms to see if anybody wants to join me live today. Join me live. Put it in the comments. Check the comments if you want to join me live. And all you have to do is click that link and follow the prompts. And you can join me live. And I'll wait a few minutes to see if anybody wants to join me live today. And I'll get a prompt to see. So yeah, join me live. Click the link in the comments, and then the next week I'll be sure to be ready for Zoom where you can call in and do Zoom if you do have questions. Let me know. Let me know if you have any questions. All you have to do is click the link, come on, join me live, and we can have the conversation. But if not, we will end today's live. But before we end today's live, I invite you to subscribe to the Maximize Your Brand podcast. All you have to do is go to Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play Music, and subscribe. If you've listened to the podcast, leave me a rating and review. Let me know what you think of the episodes. Let me know what you think of the episodes there. Anybody want to join me live today? Anybody want to join me live? Next week, I will be sure to have my Zoom ready so that you could just call in. You don't necessarily have to be on the live with your video, but we are going to start taking calls each week for these lives. Well, seeing as though nobody wants to join me live today, I am Marquis Break once again, a professional speaker, personal brand strategist, and the host of the Maximize Your Brand podcast, where we're all about helping you, the subject matter expert, to maximize and monetize their personal brand by teaching you how to build a business around your expertise. Until next time, just remember this: always shoot for the top, because it's the bottom that's overcrowded. Take care.